Dear healthcare leaders, today I'll be presenting a journal article about how to improve the communication between patients and healthcare providers. The article is called Enhancing Communication Between Patients and Healthcare Providers, and it was published in fall 2015 at the Health and Human Services Administration Journal. The objective of the study was to find out the patient's perspective of effective healthcare encounter communication strategies and to propose a structured communication tool to enhance communication between the patient and the healthcare provider. This research study is actually an analysis of qualitative data obtained from community participatory research project by Colchisi et al. That study was actually focusing on strategies identified by the patients that they used to enhance their communication with their healthcare providers in order to make the best use of their visit. The strategies identified by the patients were consistent with the self-management theory specifically related to patient-provider communication and building relationships. The themes that emerged were strategies that were similar to the SBAR 3. The SBAR is a structured communication tool used among healthcare providers and healthcare professionals to improve communication. In the SBAR framework, the S represents the situation, which is in this case active listening to the patient. The second SBAR strategy is background, which brings background information of the patient. This includes patient diaries, blood pressure, weight gain, glucose monitoring, and pain management. In other words, this is the history part for the patient. The third SBAR strategy is assessment, which is patient asking what they want or need. And the fourth SBAR strategy is recommendation, which represents reviewing of treatment plan, reflecting on whether it's right or wrong, or suitable or not, and then making the patient repeat what they understood from the plan. As mentioned before, this is a qualitative study, depending on data collected from focus groups to explore the patient perceptions. In my opinion, in order to determine scientifically if that tool is going to be very effective or not, or going to be effective or not, we have to follow this study by quantitative studies. But we have to say that this tool is a kind of a universal tool, which can be also used anywhere, and we use most of them, or most of those strategies anyway, with our patients or our daily communications. Dear colleagues, so my question comes here is, do you think that this tool, or a structured tool between the patient and the provider, will be effective at your facilities? My second question will be, if by any chance we're going to do qualitative studies, what do you think can be measured in order to determine its effectiveness or not? And my third question is, what are the barriers of establishing a structured tool in dealing with the patients, or to put it in a framework of the patient-provider relationship? I'll be waiting for the answers, and hopefully you find my presentation somehow useful and we can make use of it. Thank you very much.